Hello, welcome to D&D. It's time for Kragath Bloodclaw episode 12. Doesn't roll off the tongue like the other. But yes, we can just get right into it as we have some chaos. God fucking we're meant to see that. We're meant to see that. God damn it, why did it correct to that one? Man. Oh, there we go. You didn't see anything. Yes, we can start right up then. All right.
If
Up,
like
up, up, up.
white, blue, and red are going before us.
Mm-hmm.
I have
All of
unmuted.
us.
I'm now streaming. You can't say
Oh wait, no, they haven't.
Among Us.
They haven't reorganized the
That's pretty sus.
initiative.
Wait. Oh.
Deb.
And I don't think Cyril's rolled yet.
Yes, Zero, you haven't rolled your initiative yet.
Okay.
No.
There we are. He's gonna be laying on in the goop for a little while.
Yeah, you
Right.
got.
So, in last session, all of you had basically returned from the exploration of the Scorpion trial. Upon returning, you managed to get the final locations, and you also got a map.
I'm gonna burn that map.
All the map info and stuff is in the notes channel that I did a good old handy screenshot for you guys.
I also screenshotted it.
Yeah,
Now Shiny needs to burn my JPEG.
Burn it.
love it.
Burn it to the ground.
So yes, however, when you decided to go with the Eagle trial, I think it's the Eagle. Yes, the Eagle trial, which apparently was at your home base of all places, where you decided to go investigate. And as basically you're just doing your usual thing. Chame decides to try and fireball their vendors. Lamau.
They look tasty. What can I say?
That's where, oh no, it turns out that the vendors are dealed to equip with, people.
Everybody. So, which one eat people?
Yes, as basically they all look towards you. I made you all roll initiative as everyone hears a loud explosion. And yes, as we can get right into this, let me just get
Did you guys see all that crazy wild magic that just happened?
Huh?
Such crazy wild magic.
Alright, as I will let you just put... Nah, actually, you know what? I'll just put this one on for a second. Oh no.
Oh no. So dramatic.
Seemed to originate from me. But it was wild
It's
magic.
time. As Giza.
Giza will.
You see a loud explosion.
Giza will just let out a deep but brief sigh. And just take off.
Oh, snap to grid as well.
Oh yeah.
Why are you sighing? You don't know it's Chame yet.
You're absolutely right. Snap to grid. As she's running by Jai, he's like, I think we all know what time it is.
Oh my.
And as I'm gonna do my full movement, sprinting. So that's 60 feet, I believe.
Yes.
And as she's running, she's gonna talk to Kragath and be like, Hey, Craig, I'm thinking this might be pertinent right now, but if one of us who are soul linked would happen to die, what does that mean?
Ah, I was waiting until you asked this question. Since all of your souls are bound to my phylactery, thus bound to me, if one of you should die, all of you will die.
That's what I was. That's kind of what I was expecting. Also, I lost count of how far I've moved.
Let's see.
You moved 5 feet too far.
I did? Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. You were there.
You moved 30 and 30, so.
You've moved 45 feet.
Oh, I have? Okay. So I got
So
15 more.
Why do you not have
There you
Kinetic Jaunt? Come on.
Alright, so having asked that question and gone my maximum movement, yeah, I can't really do much more right now because nobody's particularly close.
Gotta have Mage Armor. Oh, you won't hit me, right?
Hold on, I gotta reduce the music.
Yeah, it's really loud. I don't know why.
I just put
It's
mine at
your
like the lowest
normal-
possible.
It's based on your normal YouTube settings.
Oh, really?
I have it as low as possible. And it's just still really loud.
Okay.
Damn.
Alright. Well, then that... Well, let's see, actually. I mean, I guess I'll marshal... Wait, would marshaling even do anything?
You can't see.
I mean, they can.
No,
It
so
beca-
you can't see them.
Because it's
Oh,
really
yeah.
not important to know what kind of explosion it was. I kind of figure it
Oh.
was fireball or something, so...
Yeah, there's nothing to really check for now.
Yeah. Alright.
And you
Then
beat up a
that
little.
will
Yeah, go.
that will be my turn.
You could end your own turn by clicking the forward arrow, right?
Yep.
Right.
No.
Blue will basically... Hang on, I need to snap these ones to grid as well. Bleh. There we go. Blue will basically do, like, that weird, like, fucking motion where they just, like, slowly turn to where the source of the fireball was.
I look at the wall. What are you talking about?
Boy! You trying to get us killed?
Petty revenge, more like it.
Revenge? What we ever do to you?
The one with the giant axe cut off my horn very rudely.
You asked for it.
Yeah, I didn't ask for it to be painful.
I ain't got anything around here, bub. But if you're gonna cause problems, then I'm gonna have to go take you out.
I'm not trying to cause that many problems.
Oh my god.
Alright, I need to remember which one this one is. 1 second. Blue
Don't be
is...
the monk.
The monk.
No.
Well, alright, I guess they'll make their way over as they're gonna be using their cool punch attacks. Why the fuck does this punches do piercing? What the fuck? Hang on.
Good question.
There we go.
Bigger goblin, more AC.
No,
No.
but you can carry more.
No.
Did.
I do have mage armor though. Hopefully that helps.
He's gonna stop punching your legs.
Ah,
First attack. Yeah!
miss.
You have 14 AC. Alright. Second attack. Yeah!
Owie.
Oh god, I rolled max on the
Here it
damage
comes.
dice.
Here it
11.
comes. Shami gonna
Alright.
get immediately murdered.
Gloria blow! Yeah!
Okay. Only 6.
You rolled a 1 on that damage. And then, last attack. Yeah! No! I missed.
Oof, oof, barely missed.
As he begins to stop punching you in the leg to make you get on your knee.
Hey, I was gonna apologize afterwards, you know.
Get down.
And now,
Oh boy, it's time for Red's turn. Woo. As
Red
he'll make his way over to here and feed Blue a potion. You suddenly see as Blue's body begins to start speeding up as he goes, "Take this out, bro." Alright. Saifang.
Yeah. All right. So I can't see anyone because of the pillar, right? Or is it like an overhang?
Yeah, it's you can't really see anyone because of the pillars too far.
Dang. Okay. I will just dash towards Giza and end my turn.
Kabe.
just letting you know, I was going to just, stop at the fireballs.
Uh-huh. That would have killed us.
No, it wouldn't. You guys fucking treat it like it was nothing.
It's painful. What the fuck are you on about?
You get an attack of opportunity on that?
Yeah, he's got an attack of opportunity. Yeah.
Damn
9
it.
damage as he punches you as you try to run away from him.
Do I still get to run away, or does he stop
Yes. You can still get to run away. He doesn't
me? I
have
gotta take the
sentinel.
9 damage, though. Stop punching my legs.
You're lucky.
Oh my god, I am.
Oh god.
Natural 1.
Wow.
Okay, so
She's
that's
really lost in her thoughts.
30.
Yeah.
I really need to get away from the person that's glowing blue. Named
Her dad
Blue.
died, she's out of it.
Damn. She doesn't know
I
that.
didn't know that.
She didn't know
Law
that.
here.
She can sense it through the power of Froggy Chair.
Oh no.
I don't have no bonus actions. That corpse is too far away to animate dead.
You do have bonus actions.
Which well, the earth
You
and
have
grass,
quicken
or-
spell.
I think I used all my spells first. I think I only have like 2 sorcery points.
You have 3 sorcery points. Quicken spell uses 2.
Okay. I already used all my fireballs. And
Yeah,
if I
you've used
attack
all your
them,
spell
they will
slots.
definitely. She will definitely notice me attacking them. Also, here's a touch spell.
It's 60 feet, actually.
It is.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm definitely past 60 feet though now.
He's 65 feet away.
Why'd I move all 60 feet?
The mouth.
Not like it's gonna matter. He's gonna just dash towards me. I can make this a bit more of a scuffle. Nah. I'm just going to, do I really use 2 sorcery points just to cast Acid Splash? I guess I do.
Magic missile.
Yeah, but attacking them in front of the scary lady?
She doesn't see you. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She doesn't see me.
She has AirPods on.
Okay. I'll Take the AirPods. Void. If she tries to kill me after this, I'm blaming Void.
Well, I rolled a natural 1. Alright, all of them are going towards
Get knocked back
blue.
10 feet. Get knocked back 10 feet.
You can't push them, can you? Alright. 9, 11 damage. Alright. Ow!
So we just saw Shame fire off a spell, right?
Yes, you're seeing that they're
Okay.
running away and fucking
Yeah.
throwing a magic missile while running.
Firing.
Help. Help.
Okay.
Yo.
That's all I can do.
Now we just need the no help, but it's
Zero. You saw the whole thing happen. Fireball.
No,
Chame
Sarah
running
did not
away.
see anything happen. He's face the explosion behind him blew him down to the mush of his failed experiment.
You were laying down.
You just hear
Help. Help.
Ow.
ah. What happened? What
I tried to get
happened?
petty revenge, and now they're attacking me.
What?
And
Hmm.
they're attacking me. Points.
No.
Oh no.
Hey, what happened?
Okay.
He knows that to the group over here.
This one will turn towards you and go, you see that goblin over there, a big one? They just tried to kill us from fireballs. Apparently what they say is that they're trying to get revenge. So we're just gonna imprison.
Oh.
I don't like that.
By the way, did Kragath, when Kragath said that if one of us dies, we all die, did we all hear that? Was it just Giza?
Well, if you heard it. Well, what Kragath said, you all hear it in a certain sense.
Yeah.
It's not a one
It
thing.
resonates in our minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
Oh.
teleport me out here?
Well, try and deal with him. I guess as an apology. we'll deal with our friend. I didn't think they would do this. But how about I have something to maybe help? He pulls out 2 great healing potions. Would this be enough to have you forgive her?
Looks down at them, looks at the potions down the guy. They just go,
Listen, I was gonna stop the fireballs. I told you that.
500 gold and we'll leave your friend alone.
Okay.
Do we have 500 gold?
Oh
We
yeah.
do.
We have
Yeah.
Okie doke.
our certified accountant will take care of it.
Item reaction pulled out 500 gold and holding it out.
All right.
No.
They will take the 500 gold. Combat ends, Shame. Hang on a second.
Run down the stairs. Runs over here. She's like running on all 4s now too. She's bolted.
Oh, this one's too upbeat.
Hiding behind this pillar.
Well, you're running a lot without anybody else doing anything.
God damn it, this one is also the
She
upbeat
fears
version.
for her life, man. That monk punched her legs.
Her leggies.
There we go. So, I will remove everyone from their initiative. As basically Yellow turns to the rest and goes, "Oi, we got recompensation, just leave them alone." Okay, so they'll walk back over and sit back down.
Giza's still sprinting to where the explosion happened.
all the chairs and everything are like burnt up and shit, like it's still burning as they're like putting out the fire.
I'm just gonna cure Blue.
So, Kragath also sees what all of us see, right?
Yeah.
Alright, I think I already know the answer to this, but
Hey, Kragath, don't write me out.
Sorry for my friend.
what happened? Zero.
Sits
Um,
down.
Apparently, Shame threw a fireball at these guys. I paid them compensation, as they said, to stop chasing them. Because I don't think any of us wants to die. Because if Shame dies, that's not good.
Yes, that is solid reasoning. She threw a fireball at you gentlemen.
You heard two. It's
Two.
they'll look at you and just go, two actually.
Wow. Why? What did she say for a reason?
Revenge apparently because we took off her horn even though she asked for it.
Wow. That's quite the revenge.
I don't know why she got so mad though. I already regrew it.
Yeah.
It's not the
I-
same.
I wonder why she got so mad. Giza says. Very, like, monotone. Well, I guess if it's sorted, I mean, how much did you give them?
500 gold.
Well, that's actually kind of a reasonable price, all things considered.
Yeah. It's we need that much in order to restock our stuff and medical stuff. Just know though that Chame friend of yours is now barred from our service.
Mm.
All right, I mean, not to get like too wheeling and dealing immediately, but like just her or all of us.
They were the cause. You weren't part of it.
All right, that's fair. Giza now puts on a pensive face and begins contemplating.
More revenge later.
Revenge later.
I'll try bring you guys some new stumps later when we finish the thing over here in the lake.
1 second.
You can do what you want. Ah.
You can unsnap the grid.
Bigger rock.
Oh, unsnapped a grid. What do you mean? What do you mean, Zero?
Where you're moving
grid?
really weird.
What?
There you go.
Narrows eyes. You're starting to sound like a tutorial skeleton.
You could just see Chame just right there.
I talk to
It's
them
pretty
occasionally.
noticeable.
Where? Oh yeah. Wait. When did you get over there?
I climbed this.
You were over on the other side of the map.
What? No, I was over here climbing.
Oh.
Totally not getting petty revenge for a thorn that already flew back.
So, how's it going? Chame?
I was gonna stop the fireball, but then they made it personal.
How did they make it personal?
They punched my legs.
After you tried to nuke them with 2 fireballs.
Fireball. I didn't know one had counter spells.
Giza rubs her eyes and looks like somehow even more old and tired. Like, you intended to hit them with 2 fireballs. The fact that one counterspelled one and you only hit them with 1 is a moot point.
They took the first one like nothing, and then the second one didn't go off.
Did you assume that they were going to take it like it was nothing, or were you trying to kill them?
I kind of assumed they were going to take it like nothing.
Here, have a mushy to try to help you.
I'm good. I'm just
I
gonna eat some
can I make like a perception check or something to see if she is lying?
Insight.
That's inside.
All right, perception.
You want a mush to help you, Giza?
I'm all right.
Okay.
Yeah. 18 perception.
Insight.
Oh, it's insight?
One
Sorry.
second here. Let me roll my deception.
My bad. Oh, shoot. All right.
You have your reroll if you want to
Damn it.
use that. Too.
I'm lying.
No need.
She is
Yeah,
lying. All right. Well, I guess since it's all water under the bridge, hopefully, she says, getting closer, hopefully no other unexpected tragedies or incidents happen at the camp.
Maybe.
That would be getting closer. Really suspicious.
Ooh, you're close. You just jump in.
And she will go. Walk away.
I'm really hungry.
I think you should wait and don't eat anything else until you shrink down, because I
I'm
think
so hungry.
you can hold it off. Once you're small back to your size, you can eat a lot more. It'll be better. It'll be more filling.
Mm. Just saying though, that orc over there looks pretty tasty.
No. Stop that.
It's a
Gets out the spray bottle. No.
No, he just tosses a random mushroom at.
You know, this technically counts as eating something.
Yeah, probably, but it's too small.
Eats it.
It was the green shroom. What have you done? He
Huh?
just pulled up a random mushroom just to toss.
What?
which
It's
on,
the
I-
green one. The
What
sun.
did you do to me? Are you trying to kill me, Doc? You?
Oh, is that the poison? Sarah?
It's the rad shroom. The cool.
Oh.
I didn't get to check that
Oh.
one yet.
I should not
Oh.
eat that one.
Oh no!
Well,
Let's regurgitate this real fast.
Chubby, as you eat the shroom, you hear what seems to be like fireworks going off inside of your stomach. 1 second.
Is that normal?
Oh no!
That's
Oh,
really
God.
close.
Alright, hang
Zero
on.
may have solved the problem
Um,
Yeah.
in a different way.
Zero
know
kills
it.
all of us.
Hang on, I have to scroll through every like 10,000
That'd be one heck of a
fucking
blast
codes.
radius.
What was the number?
5,000.
5.
Yep. 5695.
569. Hang on, I can just copy
forgot
and
to check
paste.
that one.
In Zero's defense, he was too busy doing accounting. It was
Oh, I
occupying
didn't.
too much of his mind space.
There we go.
Wait,
Alright.
did you say, oh my god.
Alright.
I don't like the laugh.
As you eat the shroom and hear fireworks going off inside of your body, eventually it will calm down as what you find is that conjuring from underneath your very hand of your skin will suddenly appear a diamond as it comes out of your hand. You have an overwhelming sense that if this leaves you, it could kill you, and that you must guard it obsessively.
It's mine. So short rest.
Uh,
Can I tell how much of a worth it's worth? How much of a diamond is it?
it's priceless.
Oh,
Also, roll me a d500. But you just got hit with that sweet dose of radiation. 350. All right. 350.
If this makes me
Huh.
grow any bigger, I'm gonna laugh.
No. You feel your feet have become somewhat more sweaty than usual. Do you wear shoes?
Ah. No.
All right. Basically, what everyone will see then, including yourself, as you look down, is that you'll notice some like mucus is beginning to be produced around your feet. It's very sticky.
I don't like that.
Congratulations! You now have a climb speed, as you can as you have sticky feet.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Sounds like Squidward when she walks around now.
Oh no!
Where is the best place to keep a priceless item?
You got a mutation.
Nice.
Boy. What if I eat it?
What, the diamond?
Mm.
I mean, that's up to you.
Well, if we go out with a bang, we go out with a bang. I'm just gonna leave it up to chance real fast 1 second. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you eat it.
Yeah, I'm eating it.
All right, as you eat the
Precious
diamond,
down the throat.
it's like the same size as like your pinky finger, so like it's easy to swallow. It's just very difficult to not choke on it. As please make me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm supposed to be good at these, so okay.
Nice.
Yes. All right. You don't choke on it and begin to asphyxiate. Poggers, as you manage to swallow it. All right.
Safekeeping.
Question.
Uh-huh.
If she becomes smaller, does the diamond stay the same size?
Good question.
Because it's now, if it's like a decent, it's small compared to her right now, but
Ooh, fancy counter.
Also,
Oh,
you
boy.
gain 40 to the cannibal counter.
Boy, can I use my birthday 20 to make that better?
No, you can only affect D20 rolls with a birthday 20.
Dead.
Tower of Lif and Immortals were the only people who could affect any roll because that was their original rule.
I enjoyed 40 stacks.
Now that you've reached one of the thresholds, congratulations! 1 second. You gain another mutation.
just rapidly mutates twice.
Yeah,
Is
first
the
one was
mushy good?
the thing that came out of the mushy was good too. Yes. I
because
don't like the sticky feet though.
because out of
I
character,
don't
diamonds are souls, and this was 100 GP diamonds, so you got 40 souls from it. 3 or 5.
Sorry about anybody wanting resurrection spells.
Huh. Charmaine, as you begin to basically eat on the diamond and absorb the souls in it, you begin to your path upon cannibalism. As you begin to hear a slight voice in your head, one not of Kragath, but something with a small voice, as it just says, "More. Feed me more."
I will if you have.
1 second as I please roll me a d6, Charmaine.
Uh-oh. There's so many rules because I ate a diamond. Oh. Uh-oh.
You gain 6 intelligence.
Jesus.
Oh,
I'm smart.
Alright. As it reaches
Wait,
up to
does
the
it put me above 20?
no, it puts you at 20 because you have 16, so
Okay.
you now have 20 intelligence.
the smartest now.
I feel smarter now.
You wanna take hold of the counting then?
Ow. I have to take that diamond. Good.
Oh,
So I know, to be honest, if it was priceless, it should have been worth more.
How much do you place on a soul?
Sticky feet hanging sideways now.
Well, I guess this worked out for you.
Kinda. I'm more hungry though now.
Let's wait until the moonlight. Well, we need to rest after the things, because you're probably gonna need your stuff back, right?
Yeah, I'm out of fireballs.
Please don't do anything more bad in the fire here before, or else we're gonna get kicked or we're gonna die. I don't
Okay,
wanna die.
I'm going to go, they hanged the guy that they said did the murder. So I'm going to go talk with him.
I don't know how to respond to that. Okay.
But I talk
That's
with
reasonable.
the dead people, so, the dead plants, the plants.
Okay.
So I can find out if he's okay with just hanging there.
Alrighty, I will save it for tomorrow so you can shrink down.
Well, actually, you made me eat stuff, so I don't think I'm going to shrink for another day.
That's fair. Okay then. Fun.
I need a
Drugs.
bath now. Just kind of limps forward. That
So-
hits hard.
Well, I guess this, rapid fire mutation is happening. Giza had walked back to the merchants.
oh yeah. There you are. I was trying to find you.
Yeah, she
He
walked back
blends
to the
so
merchants.
well into the back.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's stealthy and shit. And she comes back and is like, so out of necessity, but also in an effort to mend relations in relation to my group, do any of you gentlemen improve weaponry?
Oh, I do.
You do? All right.
Oh wait, no, I do. I do. I mean, I do. Yes,
Oh.
I do.
Oh, fantastic. Giza pulls out her longbow. It's like, this has served me well, but I feel like it needs a little more kick or something. Just because as we're going through all these ruins and whatnot, it's getting a little hairy. So, is there anything you could do to this?
Yes, I can in fact do multiple choices. Would you like some examples?
That would be delightful.
Well, since it's a non-magical bow, I could either add a feature onto it. I could make it even better, aka a +1 weapon. Or I could even give it so you would have more protection from it itself, making it sort of like a shield.
That is interesting. With the first option, what are some ways it could be augmented?
Well, I do have some elemental stones that I can place onto your bow, allowing your arrows to become elemental in damage. At the moment, I have a fire stone, a cold stone, and an acid stone.
Use acid to heal me.
No, you heal from poison.
Oh, boy.
So, for example, out of character, basically attaching one of these elemental stones to your weapon uses up one of its slots, but it turns it into attunement for one, but it does an additional d4 of that elemental damage to it.
Okay. Would the fire inflict? It would just be fire damage. It wouldn't inflict burning or anything like
Yeah, it
that.
would just be fire damage.
Okay. What about the shield option? How does that work?
Well, all I need to do is just put some protective runes on your bow, and it should work as in almost like a shield in a way. AKA, it's 500 gold per plus 1 AC. Up to a max of 2. So 1,000 gold in total, if you want plus 2 AC.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I already got 17. 19 AC would be really... How much gold do we have?
I don't
Minus
know,
that
I don't
500?
think we have enough after the
We had-
500.
That was my 500 gold.
Yep.
Shama has 642, Giza has 650, Zafeng has 600, I have 259. Total 2,259. And we still have the 33 pounds of things, so we can get more gold.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
but we can't enter the Celestial Tavern yet.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
All right, how much for the fire augmentation?
For an augmentation or a feature, it's 250 gold.
You got yourself a deal.
Alright?
And Giza will hand over the bow. And wait. Zero has all the gold, doesn't he?
No, you have your own.
Yeah,
you have your gold. I'm
it's
just
split.
keeping count what everyone has.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're just... Right. Gotcha.
How much you're
Yes.
paying for the thing?
250.
Well, pleasure doing business, and just to tell you, items can only hold up to about 5 improvements before they begin to crack. So please be sure to only know to have 5 improvements upon these weapons, just in case you come across another augmenter.
That is good to know. Though I don't know if I'll live long enough to actually end up putting 5 augmentations in this. Though.
Wow, kind of dark.
I mean, look, she just like does the whole like waving thing in front of herself at her 80-something-year-old goblin body. Look, it's just, you know, it's a numbers game. I mean, anyway, thank you for your time and your services.
You don't look a day over 20.
She blushes slightly. Oh, stop. And walks away.
Oh. Bum, 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 bum. So we have 1, 2. Where the fuck is Shami?
Over here.
Oh,
Down there with the mod.
yeah. You see Grunt as he's been hung on the front. The 2 guards
kind
are
of
basically
unsightful.
just like talking. Wait, you just noticed. Oh, hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Would you like me to dispose of the body?
Well, if you come round tomorrow, sure. For now, he's got to stay up for a day to show, you know, an example. You can have it tomorrow if you're gonna dispose of it.
Okay. Yeah, I deal with body services.
Just this one's beginning to bit of stink, but, yeah. You can come back tomorrow and I
you don't
can...
want to deal with the stink? I can. I'll hold it tomorrow then.
Just, thank you.
Yeah. I can even march it out.
Hey, look, an ingredient for animate dead.
Yeah. I'm not doing it.
2 people.
He's gonna stay up the normal time that he's supposed to.
Cool.
She still have her AirPods in?
She's just, she's just basically, Titania's just looking over at the, water. Just wondering what the fuck you were doing.
So, did you do it?
They said I can come back tomorrow for it.
Oh, well, that's good, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bury him in the hole.
Hopefully we can finish whatever the possible underwater temple is.
Underwater temple. Oh, when did this happen?
Oh,
I researched it because one of the relics is here. Maybe there's gonna be a thing in the lake at moonlight, so we're gonna have to go
Oh.
swim.
Well, I mean, I can. Wait, does Shami have to breathe underwater?
You don't need to eat, sleep, or breathe.
I mean, I can just walk underwater if you want me to.
I
Well,
can levels for us.
It
I think-
apparently only appears at midnight.
Of course, I don't know if Grandpappy would like me being in the water.
1 second, let me just
Uh,
check for you. You have you're vulnerable, immune. Yeah, you have unusual nature, so you would have that feature, right? Because you count as undead. Right. Hmm.
Titania said we can go in for a few minutes since it's related to the quest.
Oh, maybe the mask can help me look at stuff and. Do I take a dip in or make Titania mad?
Well, it mentioned moonlight, so we should wait until nighttime.
Yeah.
I mean, we also basically kind of got clearance to at least briefly go in there. The big thing was just not messing with the water.
I
Okay.
told them. I told them
I
was
shall
gonna.
avoid using poison spray and acid splash.
Yes, that would be a very tragic thing to have happen at this place, and thus
Yep.
be very suspicious.
Like I said, I will avoid using poison spray and acid splash.
Mm-hmm.
I told them I was gonna. If they have any barrels, I was gonna fill it up with water tomorrow. Or if I could later.
I shall use bugs.
What would the bugs do?
I don't know. Bee bugs.
Damn, you're right though.
I had just summoned a fish earlier.
Ooh. Is it like a familiar fish or
Yes,
an edible fish?
a familiar.
Okay. Enjoy your free slave.
That is trapped in this pond and will never leave.
I mean,
It's a pretty
he
big
has no
pond.
say in the matter. You could literally just yank him out of the pond.
Then it'll die.
Did
Yeah.
it look like where the moonlight needs to hit? By the way.
And it's a familiar, so if it dies, you can just resummon it back.
And what was that, Zero?
Is there anywhere where the moonlight's gonna be hitting? Do we have to move some stuff out of the way in the water?
I'm not sure. There were just 2 tablets that talked about it.
I guess. I mean,
What type of
If-
or, like did it say what the moonlight's gonna hit or it's gonna?
Let's see. Did we write it down?
The Temple of Sacrifice.
Oh yeah, Temple of Sacrifice. I don't know if this used to be a Temple of Sacrifice.
I don't know either because like the only person that would probably be old enough to know that it was a temple is points at old lady.
what are you getting at here? Like,
Was it a temple before this, or do you
I-
not know?
I mean, I'm old in goblin terms, which isn't old in like civilization terms. I'm not old enough to have seen the founding of the civilization.
Hmm. Same thing.
Also, I spent most of my time out in the the desert raising scorpos. Like, I'm not exactly a worldly sage here.
We maybe ask the others if they know about it.
Yeah, let's go ask this guy over here. Points. Points at Seal.
He's just
goes-
like, he turns to look and goes, What? What is it?
Have you noticed anything weird at nighttime with the ruins in the water?
I don't believe I've seen anything. Most of the time for nighttime, I just go to sleep. The only weird thing around here is the undead at night that sort of scream, especially the banshees.
Oh yeah, those they get annoying sometimes.
But no, if you're looking to know about the ruins and such, I believe those outsiders were researching the ruins.
Oh, gotta deal with Boom again.
It's actually a good idea. We should go talk to them. It's been a little bit.
Okay, thank you for the information.
That.
Sorry about your brother
They have a good
again.
spot up there, so they could probably see that.
That's true. Also, maybe they have some more, like, mildly dangerous devices they want us to test.
Did you research the ones that they gave you?
Yes, we did. As they were standing right next to us.
Hello.
As you manage to climb up, you see the usual ones as they look over. I go, "Oh, hello. How have you been?"
Oh, you know.
Alright, so far.
Yep. We're all right. You know, completing ruins, defying death, the usual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you manage to research any of the items that I gave you?
We researched all of them
Oh wait, I thought I gave you new ones. Never
Wow.
mind.
while you were standing right next to us.
Apologies, I thought I had already given you these new load. As he will once again take out a bag and pull out of it for more magic items.
Now, do these items have an increasing level of dangerousness?
I have no idea.
Fair.
That's what we're here to do. We don't know what the scale of danger can be.
It's
Like a
your job
dungeon
to
when I-
research them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He will take out what seems to be a pencil. But it's like instead of the usual sort of lead in the pencil pod, it is instead a reddish gem.
How pretty.
A writing utensil. Yes, I did try and use a piece of paper to try and write it down, but it didn't produce any sort of words or anything like that.
Are we certain it's a writing utensil and doesn't simply... I mean, never mind. You know what? Why am I asking? You wouldn't have us testing this if you knew. I gotta stop asking these questions.
Does it have any magic? I want to see.
Well, it's a magic item, so yes, it should have magic.
Maybe that's more. I can 12.
It's in fact magical.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not over there. I'll check it whenever.
Just know that these items, since they come from the ruins around here, that you shouldn't cast anything on them, especially identify. It's why I'm asking you to research them when usually I could just use identify.
Fair enough.
Speaking of the ruins, have you seen anything at the night?
Night? I don't suppose I know anything about nighttime. I need more specific things. I can't just go upon nighttime. There's a lot of things that happen at night.
Okay,
In
so
the ruins, in the pond, in the lake, water.
Well, I haven't
What happened?
investigated those ones, no. I won't
So,
even let me go near it.
we have reason to believe that something may be revealed in those ruins in the pond when night falls and the moon is shining. So, with those parameters in mind, have you ever seen anything out of the ordinary from your vantage point looking out at the body of water?
Hmm. I haven't seen any moonlight or anything touch water, no.
Hmm. All right.
What caused you to, think that it has moonlight to do with it? I don't know what
Um.
the words were.
One of our friends dived into the body of water and was doing some research on the writings on the pillars underneath the water, and believes that it was something to do with moonlight.
What did it say?
I do not know specifically because I was not the one who saw it. 1 second.
All I know
He
it's like
walks
something
over to
about
them.
Temple of Sacrifice.
Giza realizing she doesn't have the specific words. uh,
Looks over. Yeah, I can let
She-
you look for the specific words.
if she shouted, would I be able to hear her from over there?
Yes. It's a very, very echoey canyon.
Die! Hey! Die!
Wow. Disturbing the peace now.
I'll be right back,
They say
Shaman.
I'm the bad one. Sheesh.
Die! I don't know if it turns back to Zero. I don't know if they heard me. Die!
I think she.
Hey! Just the most obnoxious old lady shrieking. Hey!
Why? What?
So, it occurred to us that we didn't know the exact wording of those writings that you saw in the ruins, and we were trying to repeat them back to our friend over here. But we know you have the specific words, so
Hey, you know what? Let me write it all out.
That would-
I'll find a piece of paper and write the whole 2 tablets out again.
With what
Hey, look,
writing utensil do we have?
Well, I mean, they just don't
Probably
give
have
it
an
a pen,
explorer's
right?
pack with a quill.
Yeah. Well, in what luck, Tintin just gave a pen. How about you use
Yeah, there we go.
pulls out magic pen.
Well, that's a one.
Yeah,
No,
use that.
Giza holding it
Okay.
up. Here it is. Here it is.
As you use that pen to try and write it out, you see that no words are being produced.
What is it? What's special about this pen?
What do you mean?
It's broken.
All right, noted. Takes back pen, puts it away. in her mind, Giza's like, "Well, I tried."
Can I finish it with it?
You want the pen?
Yeah, I want to finish with it. It seems. Plus, I can
All right.
maybe use it for counting.
All right, but you know how these devices work. It may self-destruct for all we know. Hands it over to Zero. And I apologize for not explaining that before I gave it to you, Jai.
I'm just gonna
Start
That's
fiddling
okay.
with the thing.
All right. Anyway, do you still need a writing utensil?
Yes.
Looks through adventurer's pack.
Here. Tosses a pencil.
All right. Thank you. All right. I write down what the tablet said, so Void has to go get the copy and paste again.
Damn, didn't write it in your notes? Can't believe this.
I write here.
We thought to ourselves, surely this will only come up once, and we can just
I
leave
got
it in.
distracted by 2 fireballs.
That- That's a valid point.
Alright. I'll just do like a quick inversion, then here you go. At night, a door will open at the Temple of Sacrifice by the blessings of the moon. There you go. Quick conversion.
All right.
So simple. So simple.
There we go. I passed the paper to you. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go keep an eye on Shame now.
All right, that's a full-time job. I understand. Good luck. All right. After that whole debacle of just getting the word, okay. At night, a door will open at the Temple of Sacrifice by blessing of the full moon.
Okay, that's what I needed, because he looks at you and goes, Oh, I know about the Temple of Sacrifice, yes.
You do?
Yes, I was in fact there for a while and was researching it. It's why I'm here at this base camp.
Wait, is the Temple of Sacrifice not here? Not those ruins?
The Temple of Sacrifice is right there, as he will point up at the top of the mountain. The elevator's there. Yes, the councilmen are using it at the moment.
But...
Hmm?
Excuse me one second.
Okay, I'll tell you about the lore about it afterwards.
Well, you know what? Tell me the law right now, and then we'll...
Well, that temple that's built up there that the council are using now was in fact built many, many years ago, all the way back even in Kragath's time. And, well, now that it's just a temple that was, being used by the council. But before, it was a sacrificial temple to appease the god of war. Yes, it has a lot of history.
That is very fascinating, and may run slightly contrary to some information we are dealing with right now. Anything else noteworthy about the Temple of Sacrifice that comes to mind to you?
Well, this is only a theory, but it is believed that the Temple of Sacrifice was in fact one of the main wonders in Kragath's time, meaning that this place was probably where the city was many, many years ago, back when Kragath was king.
Well, that would make sense, since they say the relics we need to destroy are within each of the great ruins of the... Yes, that all does line up quite nicely. All right. Well, I appreciate that information. And if we'll try to figure out what this funny pen does. We got our best man working on it. Gestures over to Zero.
Yeah, totally. That's a 28 goblin over here.
He's just been finicking with it for the past couple of minutes.
I should basically look around the pen and such. There are some noticeable things. So it's a traditional, like, wooden-looking pen. However, upon closer inspection, it seems to be metal. The very tip of it, of course, is a what seems to be a ruby amethyst, and on the other side is a button. Basically, it's usually where like the pen would. It's like a mechanical sort of like pen sort of thing.
The button.
Yes, there's a button on the other side.
I click the button.
As you click, fucking Giza running off.
Takes just a couple steps back. It's fine.
As you click the button, the tip of the pen will begin to glow.
The fucking laser pointer.
It glows like it's reddish color.
Ooh. He pulls out a piece of paper, starts writing.
Right, as you begin to write onto the paper, the words begin to show, but in like a reddish glowing color. Once you take the pen off the piece of paper, the words would disappear.
Ooh.
And when you put the pen back onto the piece of paper, the words reappear.
Ooh. This will be good. How much more stuff we got?
So it's like a spy pen.
Invisible ink pen that only shows with the like a laser. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I figured it out.
Hmm.
So whatever I clicked this button on here, and it started glowing on the tip of the thing, and I started writing on it. It has a pretty glow to it. But when I put the pen up, take the pen off of it, the words I wrote down disappear. And then when I put it back on, they reappear.
Oh, so it's a pen of... I believe that's similar to illusionary script. Alright, I shall name it Pen of Illusionary Script.
Brilliant.
So, basically how the pen works is that when you click the button on the back, it will use one of its charges. It has 4 charges, and they all restore on a long rest. When you do, it will activate the illusionary script spell. This. Basically, you write on a piece of paper, parchment, or whatever suitable material, which lasts for 10 days. To you and any creature you designate when you cast the spell, the writing appears normal, written in your hand, and conveys whatever meaning you intended when you wrote the text. To others, the writing appears as if it was written in an unknown or magical script that is unintelligible. Alternatively, you can cause the writing to appear to be an entirely different message, written in a different hand and different language.
It's also really illusionary script is also really good if you like runes.
So yes, basically what it is that you could make it look like other writing, make it invisible and stuff, or anything you want. But when the person who holds the pen is the only one who can really understand it, like the true meaning.
Neat.
Well, yeah. There you go. Another mystery solved.
Yes, well, I would just replicate it and you can keep the original.
Okie dokie.
Wah, 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 wah.
You can have the original Zero. I have no use for writing.
Okie dokie.
Writing cringe.
Yeah. Only nerds write.
Right, and you will copy it down as I move over to Shamay. Shamay, what are you doing?
So what would be a good bone to start with?
Huh?
The whole replacing the bones.
Oh, yes. Well, so you are interested in getting your bones
I
replaced?
thought about it, yeah.
Ah.
Want to stay big.
Well, I was thinking all of them.
Right? Is it simple enough? They can just do it all immediately.
I mean, it would be a long process over the course of about, I'd say, like 6 to 8 hours, but yes, I could indeed remove all your bones one by one and then replace them all one by one. You'll live.
Are you sure?
Yes. Oh, and you don't have to worry about getting smaller. After all, the bones would just simply alter with you.
Who wouldn't trust that face?
Yes. Who wouldn't trust me?
I technically still be a goblin, right?
Tommy, I
Well-
hope you do trust her.
Yes, of course you would still be a goblin. You just would have much more improvements than your traditional goblin. But also, don't worry, Zai. I'm not mean. I've helped you many times.
Zai is trying to wrangle Shame. It's a difficult process.
The thing, though, is I made a thing with Shame is like ones are no's, twos are yes. And she's already kind of like beamed in.
I mean, you've already mutated twice today, so what's a little bone removal?
Hmm.
Did it count? It's a long rest.
Yes.
I don't feel like I'm shaking hands with the devil, but you know, I'll do it.
Oh, I don't really like demons myself. Big hands.
Yes, yes, yes.
Goody. Well, when you're ready, come meet me at my tent.
Like I said, she seems nice. Similar to
Solid.
me, in fact.
Mm.
Do you want upsies?
Yeah.
Gotta go meet the weird people over there.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. He just
Bom.
walks down the
Bomb. Bomb.
Sorry, Fang just sits on the horn.
Are my horns comfy? I don't know.
You know, it's kind of awkward. It's like sitting on a tree branch.
Oh, alright. Just kind of reaches up. Am I that tall, or do I actually have to use the rope?
You actually have to use the rope. It's like you're 13 feet tall. This is about like 20 to 23. So it's like an entire 10
I
feet
have
tall.
to use the rope, so
Good.
I barely fit up here right now.
Hi.
Evil.
Okay, so
Shake, 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 shake.
Gotta
shake.
say that clip save is pretty strong.
mm-hmm.
I agree
So-
with something, so I will do it later.
Yeah.
I shall be out of action for 6 to 8 hours.
You know what? I'm not even gonna ask for elaboration. You just, yeah, you do that.
Cool.
So we found out some interesting information about the Temple of Sacrifice. It's where the council is, which is kind of conflicting with the whole fact that our little magical bracelets are indicating that that where we need to go is inside this body of water. Unless this is the entrance and it somehow goes all the way there.
Have you ever thought of that? It could be under the giant pyramid. If it's something
Well-
about sacrifice, they usually go underground.
Oh, the cracks.
Actually, now that I think about it, if we mess with
Maybe
that
I
temple,
shouldn't be
is
up
it gonna
here.
collapse as well?
Hmm.
As you've been standing there, there's been like slowly cracks like just forming from your weight. Oh, okay, you're on a more stable hold now.
Oh, scary. Cast mending on it just to make sure it stays there. Don't want to ruin their
Okay.
living space.
There
I'm not that evil.
you go.
Look, I'll eat an infinite number of bodies, but destroying somebody's property or living space, that's a bridge too far.
Yeah. Like, say,
So
like, just
what I'm
eat
saying
hundreds.
is that like the vibes, the readings we're getting from our little metal detector here is indicating that it's in this pond, but the information we're getting about the Temple of Sacrifice is that it's up at the top of the mountain.
Hmm.
So we're getting like, you know what I mean? We're getting
Wow.
conflicting information here.
Well, what if the top of the temple fell into the water? And that's what these ruins are.
I don't. I mean, maybe that's possible.
There's a bunch of theories.
Would that be possible?
Looking back in the history, see if any like movement of the earthquakes, temple fell back.
There's been a lot of earthquakes in the Badlands because of the Tarrasques. Maybe, maybe
Yeah, it's
not.
almost like
You're
there's
not sure.
like Tarrasque elders underground causing earthquakes that cause the Tower of Lift to have issues too. Yeah. Yeah.
I can try asking the elders if they know.
I mean, we
you
can also
can, but they're also very
bother
stingy.
Kragath.
I can.
You bother
One
him.
of, no, one of you bother him. I feel like I'm the one who's always bothering him. Then again, he hears all of our conversations all the time anyway, so it's not
Fine.
like
Hey,
Hey,
Craig.
Kragath, was it underneath the temple or on top of it?
Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah. See,
Underneath or below?
Well, it was mentioned that it was at the Temple of Sacrifice. That place was my secondary home before the capital, so. Well, usually next to the Temple of Sacrifice would be. Huh. I suppose because it's been so long, it may have fallen under the ground or something. After all, that the entire Badlands used to be a flat surface, but now it has cracks and caverns that shouldn't exist.
Oh, did you not know about the Tarrasque elders?
I knew of the Tarrasques. I was the one who brought them here.
Yeah, they're huge now.
Well, yes, I know. I brought them here.
Mm.
But
You sound like you don't know that.
the temple should be, well, next to the Temple of Sacrifice was Fad's laboratory, so maybe this place would have been Fad's research area.
Hmm. So does this mean that the moonlight wouldn't reveal a path here, and it is in fact back at the temple proper? Is what I'm wondering.
Maybe
Hmm.
all of this
Gotta
was
go
built
take
after
the
my death.
elevator.
Well, I suppose regardless, we're gonna probably have to rest at this camp so we can just see one way or the other tonight. But any other thoughts from you guys? Because I'm a little stumped, I'll be honest.
I mean, we can stay till the nighttime, see what happens in the lake, and if nothing happens here, we can just ride the
Yeah,
elevator.
Yeah.
that's what
Hey,
I was
first,
leaning towards.
I have an appointment.
I do need to sleep probably early so I can mess with my spells later.
Mm-hmm.
So we can actually breathe on the water.
Warm.
Yes. That's not a bad idea.
There's. Where's
How
our
do
pen?
you do Ben Boom?
Oh.
Boom. Engine.
What did you say, Sarah?
How have you two been, Tin and Boom?
Oh, I've been fine. I've been going around mostly. We met at the, of course, Koga's trial, but, yes, it's been fine. Much more research, and, I've recently come across a very cool discovery, but for now, I'd like to keep it a secret. You'll find out once I release my book.
Okay, okay.
All right.
I hope I
Fair enough.
get signed copy.
Sorry if you can't read.
I mean, I can read, but I prefer to let other people read it aloud to me. Mhm.
I have to read in order to do all this accounting they're pushing on me.
They can't trust Shame with the gold. What can I say?
I mean, do you not like doing the accounting?
I mean,
She
it's fine.
could.
If anything, I'm keeping count on my mushies as well, so this is nothing too different.
All right. I mean,
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
all right. I mean, it felt like there was a note of bitterness there, but I could be imagining it.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. 1 sec.
Oh, you're free to. Oh, by the way, you two need to make potions like to heal yourselves for your experiments and what's it? You can go under there. My little budgie garden's there, and I planted some red shrooms. The red shrooms are gonna be fine for you to drink, eat, make heal potions.
Ah, much appreciated. Mm-hmm. All right, you could all head to your whole resting place then if you got nothing else.
All right.
Where's the resting place?
Anywhere.
Wait, before I go,
Hmm?
before I go to rest, just before I leave this area. All right. You know, I feel like we've all met each other so many times at different locations, and I haven't really got a good read on you, Boom. How are you doing, Boom? What are you up to? What do you do? What have you been doing?
I'm doing good. Well, I've been traveling with Pops across the place, researching, though I really don't want to go with him too much.
Mm.
Yeah, I've been fine.
Ah.
Anything bothering you?
No, I was just, you know, like I said, we've encountered you in many locations, and, I mean, obviously your Pops has the gift of the gab, but, we haven't really, gotten much of a sense of, what you've been up to, so, yeah. Just curious, I suppose.
What's the assistant work?
What was that? Sorry.
Mostly just being an assistant, Dad.
Ah, gotcha. Well, then I will leave you to that.
Yeah. Here are
Yeah.
some potions if you guys need it for your experiments. Make sure be careful not to fall off. He puts 2 basic healing. Here.
Thank you. Now over towards Chamay.
Okay, so that's
Oh yes, welcome to my crib.
oh, right next to the sad giant over there.
Speaking of which, she's just gonna go.
Oh,
There we
do
go.
that. Maybe he doesn't want to see
Yes.
what's happening.
So, I've cleaned up this place a bit so there'll be no infections, and yeah, we can get this right too. Just sit in the corner here, points.
Yeah, do.
And I suppose we could begin then.
Okay.
Alright. That's gonna happen. So is everyone gonna take their cool long rest?
Yep, I'll long rest next to the scorpions. Zero is long resting by the
With
mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Yeah.
I'm
What about you,
long
Zach?
resting.
I'm getting my
near
skeleton ripped out and
Chame.
replaced with something else.
See, you can hear the comforting noises of bones being removed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, Zaifang, from like the outside, you can hear like drill noises happening on the inside of the building and such.
Well, if she consented to it, I'm sure Krag would let me know if she's gonna die.
She said I'm not gonna
Yeah.
die.
Let me
It's
get
like
it. You also just hear.
Oh God.
Like you're taking a nap in a dentist's office.
I don't know if a dentist should sound like that.
For Chamay, basically.
Just let you know, like,
Mm.
just let you know, Chame doesn't trust her, but like trust her more than most people in the Goblin game.
Well,
That's fair.
now look into my eyes.
Can you look at mine?
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
It's been a long rest.
Yes. As you look into her eyes, it becomes more and more like a nice sort of feeling, to be exact. As you begin to fall asleep. Oh. Alright. You were 1 second, let me roll this. I'm just gonna see if I can actually get the roll off because you had 25 hit points. 58. 1 second. I'll put this to
You're gonna kill
60.
me.
Uh,
I survive.
no, it's not murder. Yes. Oh, wait, it's second level spell. Oh my god, I can upcast it one more. Okay.
Oh.
It's a first level spell. Okay. You have 25.
30.
Alright. Yeah, you have 25 hit points. This one does 30. Alright, you fall asleep. Nom 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 nom
Oh,
nom
it's a
nom
sleep
nom.
spell. Okay.
Yes. She's basically putting you under anesthesia, quote unquote. AK, she's putting you to sleep. Alright. So, basically, Zyfang outside just hears like funny flesh noises and stuff. And the inside process is basically, I won't describe it because, for one, surgery, and secondly, no one is looking at it, so I don't have to describe it.
Yeah. No, don't describe all the blood, please. Thank you
No,
very
no.
much.
Uh,
Wait, actually,
but yes.
Shami only has blood because of the gauntlets.
As I will just instant nighttime. As basically all of you will take your long rest. So everyone click the long rest macro.
Yay. Fireballs return to me.
Round 2.
But you have to roll. It's 6 to 8 hours, so which ones do you want, guys? You want the 6 rolls or the 8 rolls?
It would be 6 because if it was 8, it would be day. All right.
Oh.
Alright. Let me do some funny roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nothing happens.
Alright.
Alright. And as all of you basically have designated your time and awoken, Chavez, you also awaken. Make me a con save. Let's see how well you can handle this.
Lucky?
13.
I mean, if you want, if you have lucky.
I do. I'm the lucky person in this party.
Okay. Really wants that 13. Alright. Chavez, as basically you're just awakened, you feel a weird sense of coldness about you. Much more colder than your own undead body. Almost like it's cold metal was inside your very skin.
Oh, that's kind of awkward.
Well, I'm very done, and I believe, if you don't mind for payment, I'll keep these as they're holding a bag of bones.
Perhaps see if the mask is still there.
Yeah, the mask is still there.
Perhaps see if the horns are still there.
The horns are still there.
Okay, I still have my tree.
Oh yes, your horns came off with your skull, but I just regrew them for you. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so the tree's still growing in there. Good.
Oh, yes, I didn't mess with the inside bits, just mostly all the bones.
Okay, that's good. Oh, kind of chilly though.
Yes, mysticism tends to do that.
Takes the fur coat and tries to cover her more.
Her bones are mysticism now.
Yeah, she replaced their bones
boy.
with mysticism.
Ugh. Oh.
Does
Please-
anyone remember what mysticism does?
Please don't. I don't remember. I forgot to write it down.
I remember it gives us money.
Ah, yes, okay.
It wasn't anti-magic, I know that.
No.
This is a plus for I remember. I
I feel like
remember
it was
it
a type
doing
of
something.
wasn't it poison?
So this is actually a plus for Shaman.
That laugh's correct. Yeah, it was poisonous. Was
Hmm.
because it made all that water green. in the one temple.
Oh.
Up, up, up,
Hmm.
up, up.
Can't believe Shaman now
I
has
just
massive
peeks her head
healing.
back in. Wait, so you what type of metal did you replace it with?
Oh, I simply replaced your bone with mysticism. The metal.
Oh,
Yes. After all,
so the
since,
poison stuff.
yes, since, of course, you are, let's say a special case in, where poison is ineffective against you, I wanted to see what happens. Please tell me what you find out.
I shall.
Although, of course, it will take a bit for the metal to warm up from your blood, so you may feel a bit of chill for now.
Yeah, I'll just cover up with my fur a little bit more. Yeah, this just seems to work out well. Okay.
Mutated twice and turned into the T1000.
Yeah.
Yep. This is
Passive-
Shami upgrade.
It's been a big day and almost killed.
right.
Shaman now has passive healing.
Oh,
Delightful.
And also, like all the blood from the blood gauntlets is going to be poison now.
tasty.
Yeah. So yeah. I feel
Right.
old but alive. Wait, am I supposed to feel alive?
I'd be surprised if you were alive.
Right?
That sounded pretty terrifying.
Aw.
Well, she put me to sleep, so I don't remember any of it.
You don't want to. I'm sure.
I mean, I still got my tree.
Mhm. Well, let's go see if a magical doorway's appeared.
Okay. Can I
Uh,
have access to your token so I can just drag you along?
no.
Yeah,
Also, Chame, this is out of character, so, please choose one of these things for you. So, physiology, defense, or arsenal.
Shame only has 14 AC. She kind of needs the defense.
Alright?
What do I get to know what they do before I choose?
No.
Oh. Yeah, I think defense is probably the most
Alright.
needed option.
Because of your, oh, wait, no, it wasn't mysticism, it was mithril. There we go.
Yeah, mithril.
Okay.
Yeah,
Your skeleton is a mithril.
mithril skeleton.
Yes. I will put it in spoiler channel. Here are the free effects that you get. You gain the following benefits. Your AC becomes 20 regardless of any other armor you wear. You have resistance to slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning, and you have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical abilities.
Oh,
That's insane.
on top of it's like all the other magical options.
Shaman's new tank. Understandable. Have a good day.
But yes, what it means is that your AC is
Wait,
set
so
to
not the
20 and it cannot be augmented in any other way.
Okay. But so no passive healing from poison. Dang.
No, because it's not mysticism, it's mithril.
Yeah. Well, I am more tanky now, though.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's the price for
Also,
giving your
probably
bones
more
away.
heavy. Nice.
Yes. You are, in fact, now 2 times your weight.
Well, I don't have to worry about getting small anymore.
You are 400 pounds.
The floor below Shaman cracking.
You are quite the goblin.
The absolute unit
The
of a
Mega
goblin.
Goblin.
Now you should need a Shaman to just be Terminator.
Oh my god. Imagine if she turns Wendigo.
But I will also just end session here as it seems a good time.
Okay, yeah, we can do the
You-
temple sacrifice tomorrow. She
Mm.
probably can't swim anymore either, to be honest.
Wait,
Well, she
wait,
doesn't
we
need to
do
breathe.
tomorrow?
And then, sorry, not
Ah.
tomorrow. I mean next week.
Next.
Oh.
Oh yeah, can't believe Goblins has
wish.
become a daily campaign.
I wish.
We really
I had
pivoted.
so much fun, man. That was just fun. Even
Yeah.
with my wild antics almost getting killed.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed
I
today's
thought-
session. Hmm.
Yeah. Great time.
And yeah, you now know the cool price of giving away your bones. If other people want them, they can also go to her and ask to have their bones replaced.
But one problem for Shaman now. Can't swim.
Yes. By the
I
way, if
don't
you
need to
want
breathe
like
anyway, as long as I don't
uh,
get trapped in a water hole.
amount. By the way, the other options was like enhanced physiology makes it so like you have a D6 unarmed strike and you get like a strength increase and things like that. And then basically the arsenal one basically makes it so you have like your skeleton has like compartments and stuff.
Okay, so the defense was the better one. Gotcha.
The old
Defense
bone
is
pockets.
yeah, bone pockets. You have
Okay.
like bones sticking out.
It's okay. I don't need the strength really for doing the lich stuff, so we should be fine.
Yes. All right. BRB is in stream. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll be ending it now then. Of course, and the secret will be in my